Well, CNN's Elise Labott joins us from D.C. with more. So we're talking about 7,000 pages in this batch. I know that CNN's gone through them. We've heard all kinds of things that are in them. But what stood out to you, Elise?
Well, Christy, what really stood out to me was the relationship between former Secretary Clinton and Sidney Blumenthal. That's a former Clinton advisor. Secretary Clinton wanted to bring him over to the State Department as an advisor. The White House kind of nixed that because of his ties to the Clintons. They thought that would be a conflict of interest. But it was clear that Sidney Blumenthal was constantly sending her a lot of advice, and it was clear that she relied on his counsel. So, you know, the role of Sidney Blumenthal has become a real focus of this House committee on Benghazi that's investigating the Benghazi attack, saying that she was relying on too many outside advisors. So that's one thing. You know, there's a lot of mundane things about, you know, her iPad and not being able to use it, and, you know, how she likes her tea. But there's also about Chelsea Clinton's role with the Clinton Foundation sending a memo to her mother and her father, former President Clinton, about a trip to Haiti that she did. And she's also, you know, there's a lot of politics. She's obsessed with how Fox News treats her. She's obsessed with, you know, how she's doing in the polls. So there's a mix of the personal and the business. But to be clear, there's also 125 emails that were not classified at the time, have since been classified because when they were being released to the public, the State Department realized that they did have sensitive information.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything that you've seen that really could hinder her race to, or her campaign, I guess, to try to win the White House? And secondly, do you think that this partial release every month or every couple of months is hurting her because it just keeps it in the news cycle?
Well, I think those questions are really related. You know, the people that I've talked to that are reviewing the documents say they don't see any real criminal activity in terms of handling real top secret classified information. A lot of the information was not classified at the time. Most of it was sent to Secretary Clinton. It wasn't that she was, you know, taking information off a classified system and then talking about it on her private server. So these people, of course, they're still going through these emails, but, you know, if the trend lines continue, they don't see anything that perhaps when the FBI is doing their investigation that would affect her criminally. But it is a political problem for her. I mean, clearly, you know, she's been dipping in the polls. The Democrats say that's not affecting them, but she's lost a third of her supporters since May. And every month there's going to be another drip of these emails. Every month it's for Republicans to talk about. Us in the media are going through them. And she has to respond to this. And she's not, every time she's talking about the emails, she's not talking about the issues that are important to American voters.
Very good point to make. All right. Elise Labott, we so appreciate it. Thank you.